learning. We didn't want activism then because everyone does it. It's become a specialized thing that you do in common. That doesn't go on.
That word has, I think the meaning of the word activism has evolved so much, hasn't it, over...
My MSc honors in physics. It's erupted in Bharat, it's 15,000 people killed. That's when the Green Revolution was first implemented. And Bhopal that year had a disaster. Houses were killed. So I decided to do a study on the Green Revolution, a diploma. And for me, doing a study doesn't mean moving on to the next study. You know, a study informs you about what you should be doing. So finally, when the population was built,
You were there.
we are not a country capable of things without body.
Janai.
Look.
What's the time of
You know me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Worked with a handful of people and built that up to an organization of over 20,000 blind people. And I did lots of amazing stuff. You know, they used to shut down sheltered workshops and do marches on Washington and drag me around to lobbying in Washington and all sorts of things like that. So I kind of picked that up from her, but I think I turned to food when Reagan, and I didn't know Reagan did it at the time, but I was mad. I used to love my school lunches. I loved them. I was like a little kid and I used to these amazing dinner ladies in the South. Used to cook such good homemade, yummy food. Smell of bread baking across from that. I really pay attention to my studies. I just listen to the smell of bread. This is a fun. Everything turned really disgusting. I was really pissed off as a kid. Because I liked my yummy school dinner. I know that sounds dumb, but
because you would find that people want to disrupt because they feel that they were not given. Where are you from, Kufa?
I'm Australian and
I was in Australia!
Yes,
Where are you from? Where are you from in Australia?
Sydney.
Sydney, I went to Bondi Beach, that's nice. Like, I went, you know, I went there to, they told me we're gonna take you to the Lebanese quarter, right? Greneka. Right, yes, I know, like, it's an inside joke. So, like, I you know, when you tell people, like, free time, I don't know, should I enjoy it or should I be worried that I'm in a sleeper set? But it was really cool. Go ahead.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yes.
My
Thank you.
question is also in regards to the Piers Morgan show,
Yes.
which went viral in Australia. So
Yes.
during that show, you really managed to humanize the situation in Gaza for Western audiences, which is not something that we really see. And so I was wondering what you believe Western audiences need to do in order to humanize the situation in Gaza and in other places where catastrophe is occurring.
Well, the problem with this is actually the word like humanize. We actually have to humanize humans, which is crazy, right? I mean, actually, for years, they actually put to look at the Palestinians as people who are subhuman because they look differently, because they dress differently. It's okay to kill as many of them as possible. And this has actually been a problem. I'm sorry for like our white friends here, but this has been actually a problem of how the West have looked to the Arab world and to Africa. They have looked to us as less as humans. And that's why the quote that I used by Winston Churchill, who, by the way, he said in 1937, 2 years before Hitler invaded and started the Second World War, before they invaded Poland, he said that they don't think that they did great wrong to the Red Indians of America and the black people of Australia because they were replaced by a more superior, more worldwide, and more stronger race. This is exactly what they think about us. So what we see right now is the remnants of like long years of dehumanization of how the West has been looking to us, and it's actually very sad that we have to make an effort to tell people stop dehumanizing people, because that has actually happened in the Jews in the Second World War. They were called rats. They were called all kinds of names, and this allowed people to accept race. It's being happening again to our people, and people don't care. If you watch the Western media, they say like, oh, it's so inevitable to kill all of these Palestinians, but we have to. It is just like it is disheartening, and I really don't, as much as like I don't know even like how to answer a question like that. How can we continue humanizing humans? And the question itself to be asked, I'm not criticizing you, but like the fact that we actually have to ask the question, how do you humanize people, is really sad to reach that, to be at that stage. So yeah, okay. You can clap, you can clap. You can pretend to be excited.
Hello, Basa.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello. I'm Sausan from Egypt.
Yes, South. Yes, of course, from Egypt. Yes, I have it. Yes.
I really love when you're trying something new and take us with this experience. It's very such an inspiration.
Yes, I will take you with me every time. Yes, sure.
Please.
Yes.
I want to ask you, why didn't you back to your YouTube channel and make some same program for the same concept, political sarcasm? Why you didn't do this?
Well, Samson, I asked this question 3 times that already because I like to do what I want. Because I'm sick and tired of people expecting me to do what they want. I enjoy what I'm doing right now. I believe that people live in stages, and I'm happy with the stage that I'm living in right now. I just enjoy doing stand-up comedy, doing live performances to people, and that's my life right now. That's it. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, Basal.
Pumpkins with the parents.
down generations in Chinese heritage. With harmony as a value system, the sophisticated contours of Chinese architecture outline the record and character of the Chinese people. With harmony as belief, without faith, deep growth, and the novel heart when interacting with others. With harmony as a vision for the future, we advance with times and gain new insights by learning from the past.
Well, today is the first day I've come, and the Bاسel accepted because he's a comedian. I don't think. Yeah, so I saw him, and then I came to this thing over here, and then for the next few days I have a bunch of things. Oh yeah. There's basically.
Go straight. When you exit the portal gate, the shuttle bus will take you to it.
The most dehumanizing thing ever is being forced to be remote. In global events like COP, we need to make sure that people who suffer the most by what is going on in the world, be it climate change,
to pass his time, and it is here that all the magic happens. Ali was a boy in a faraway village with not many people. His father had several sons who couldn't all go to school at the same time. So when one son was at school, another was at home taking care of Ali, the cattle. But for Ali, it never mattered, because he carried his school wherever he went, sitting under that shade as his cattle graces gracefully at a distance. He would pick out a book. He loved to read, to travel through time and place and see and feel and touch a world different from his own. He stood on the desert sands and watched as the pyramids rose to defy the skyline and proclaim the glory of the pharaohs. He stood in the Senate as Cicero proclaimed the might of an empire and its legions embarked upon a quest for conquest. He traveled with Buddha throughout India. He heard the call of Confucius in China. He listened to the parables of Jesus of Judea. He traveled with Muhammad of Arabia from Mecca to Medina for the Hijrah. And then into the Middle Ages he journeyed and witnessed King John sign the Magna Carta with a reluctant hand as his knights embarked upon the crusades to capture the Holy Lands. In Florence, at the height of the Renaissance, he witnessed the genius of Da Vinci as he painted the Mona Lisa under the patronage of the Medici. Onto the door of Wittenberg, he stood as Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses in Britannia. On stage at the Globe Theatre, he saw the works of Master Shakespeare come alive. Oh, the world is a stage. and all the men and women merely players. And then on he read and went into Africa, into the ancient cities of Kush and Aksum, into the gold-rich empires of Ghana, Mali, Songaya, into the ivory cities of Mogadishu, Mombasa, Zanzibar, into the stone walls of great Zimbabwe, back in Timbuktu he had the grails called the glory of Mansa Musa.